Julie! I saw you across the lobby. I couldn't leave without asking you how poor Sophia's doing.
She's doing much better, thank you. You know my daughter?
I don't believe we've met. Kelly Capwell. Angela Raymond. My husband, Judge Raymond, and I are old friends of your father's. Sophia's as well, of course.
Why don't you join us?
Thank you. Just a minute. I still can't believe it. Such a tragedy. Dr. Jameson has assured us that Mama will be up very soon. Well, speaking of Dr. Jameson, have you found a suitable replacement?
Replacement for what?
You haven't heard. Oh, dear. Well, I hate being the messenger, but I was sure you had seen the story in the paper.
What, the Santa Barbara Conscience? That's not a paper. That's a tabloid. It's a rag. It's a mouthpiece for Warren Lockridge, that's all. What we call the lunatic fringe. Why? Something about,
yes, right there on the front
Jameson.
page.
This is preposterous.
What? What is it? What does it say?
It says Grant Jameson is being accused of attempted murder in connection with Santana Andrade's hit-and-run accident.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe it either. I know the man 20 years. What is going on here?
Well, I guess it just goes to show. You never really do know about people, do you?
I know about this person.
Oh, I didn't mean anything by it, Cece. But he looks so guilty. I mean, look at the photograph. He's got his hands over his face. I'll bet Warren Lockridge gets the Pulitzer. I checked all the other papers, but apparently he scooped them all. How did Warren get the story so fast? Well, someone must have tipped him off. I wonder who.
I'm going to find out.
Where are you going?
Find Cruz.
Well, you have to hand it to Warren, though. Every picture tells a story.
You're out of line, Capwell.
You don't have to justify anything, David.
That's right, David. Why explain the obvious? Kangaroo court's in session. Judge Raymond presiding.
There's been no breach of ethics. We weren't talking about Jameson.
I'll take your word for it. While we're on the subject, I'd like to petition for my client's immediate arraignment. This afternoon, if possible.
Extenuating circumstances, I assume?
Aren't there always? He runs a hospital. The sooner we enter a plea and post bail, the sooner he can get back to the work he does, which is saving lives.
I can give you an hour at 3. Any objections?
None from me.
Well, I'll see you both in court in 1 hour.
How dare you?
Remember the worst dare you could give when you were a kid? I double dog dare you. I remember when I was 10, and I double dog dared Jimmy Brightman to release the handbrake on his father's car so we could coast it down the street. Well, it crashed into an ice cream truck. It rained snow cones for half an hour until the police finally came. The double dog dare days of summer.
You don't disarm me with anecdotes, Mason.
Then I've lost my touch.
You've lost your mind. Less than 2 minutes ago, you accused Judge Raymond...
You mean Dave?
I mean Judge Raymond and me of prejudicing the case against Jameson by discussing it out of chambers.
Well, stranger things have happened. This, for example... Grant Jameson was being fingerprinted when that went to press. Somebody spoon-fed that piece to Warren. And I'm going to find out who it was.
You don't think I had anything to do with this, do you?
He's your nephew.
He also broke the story and brought it to the DA's office, all of which are well within his First Amendment rights.
Nothing in the First Amendment allows a man to be tried, convicted, and hung out to dry on the front page of a newspaper. Warren just laid himself wide open for a libel suit.
Then I suggest you take it up with him. If there's nothing else, I have a date in court in an hour.
What are you going to wear?
Shut up.
Julia, won't you just reconsider and drop these ridiculous charges?
I can't.
You mean you won't?
Will you stop telling me what I mean? I'm going to prosecute this case based on the evidence. And I'm sure that I'm going to win.
It's all you care about, isn't it?
Ask me what I care about, Mason. I double dog dare you. You used to know what happened. You swore you could tell the time by me, let alone the truth.
You are the most honest person I've ever known.
If you really believed that, you wouldn't ask me to drop this case. Unless you've changed, or maybe the way you see me has. Or maybe the scales have dropped from your eyes and now you can see me for the way I really am.
You're still dazzling. But you're wrong about Jameson.
Well, then let's just duke this out in court.
It'll be like old times.
Except that we won't have our marriage to go home to. Just our respective corners. So chin up, gloves off, and when the bell sounds, come out swinging.